Hi there, this is Ranjit, and in this video we'll be doing the review for this Focal Sense 100 SI earphones. These sell on Amazon for about 1100 rupees, and quite a few of you have suggested, and I was checking the Amazon ratings and had actually pretty good ratings, so I purchased this. And generally it's about 1100 rupees, but I picked it up on sale when it was for 1000 rupees. And I'll also compare it with this JBL C 100 SI which I have, which I feel are actually pretty good in terms of sound for the price, but the build quality is not that great. And yes, these are a little bit more cheaper. This is about 750 to 800 rupees now, but let's see how good are these. So here we have the Focal Sense 100 SI, and it says deep bass over here, flat cable, and on the back gives us some specs, 16 ohms, and it's having an 8 driver. And as I told you guys, 1100 rupees on Amazon, but yeah, sale generally goes down to about 1000 rupees. So, and the packaging is actually really good for the price. Says Focal over here, and this opens up the box, and we also get a pouch, so that's nice. And it also has that focal branding, so definitely in presentation they are doing actually a good job. These might be the extra ear tips. This one is actually might be pre-attached, and we have a bunch of them extra over here in this. So it looks like 3 we have, large, medium, and so yeah, that's what it is. I'll just keep that to the side, and let's open this up. So definitely nicely packaged inside this, and as you can see, it has that flat cable. Let me just take this out first and then show it to you guys. And these are the earphones itself, as you can see guys. Let me zoom in. And initial impressions, the build quality looks really good. It also has the logo, I guess, and marks the left or right over here, and these are in-ear style. Over here the tip just came out. I'll just put back that tip later on, guys. When I was removing it came out, but yeah, so you can easily replace the tips of this one like this, and you can just pull this out. And it's a flat type cable that we are having, so it's not a braided cable still, but much better than that JBL. And here also we have this is actually better quality. The connector, I feel it's good quality. So let me do one thing, guys. Let me actually test this out with a bunch of songs, and then in the later part of the video I'll give you my verdict. And guys, I forgot to mention about this one. It also has an integrated microphone over here, but it has just one button, no dedicated buttons for plus or minus for volume. So that is also something that you have to note. But again, this one, the quality of this one is also actually pretty good. So guys, now have listened to these Focal earphones, and actually I used the Poco phone and I didn't use any equalization. And I also compared, sorry, these are the Focals, and I also compared it with the JBL C100. And let's get down to it. First, let's talk about the build quality. The build quality is certainly better than the JBLs, as I've mentioned. It's the flat type cable, but again, this also tends to get entangled a little bit. It would have been better if they would have provided a braided cable. But yeah, definitely build quality, this is much better. And they also look a lot better than the JBL. JBL actually looks cheap because it has that JBL logo over here. So it's like, it looks like when you're wearing this JBL, you're advertising the JBL brand. That's not the case with this one. These are discreet, and in terms of looks, I would say they look good, but that doesn't matter. Let's talk about how they actually sound. In fact, I would say they sound actually pretty good. But I think so not a lot of you might like it, because on the box they say deep bass, and certainly in terms of bass I felt they were actually lacking. And if I have compared it with this JBL C100, in terms of bass, this is way better. It produced more bass than this one. So in bass, they are lacking, but I really like the midtones and the vocals. The vocals and the midtones sound very good on this one, and even the high tones sound great. But in terms of bass, it was pretty lacking. Yes, if you have an equalizer, you can equalize it and get some decent tones, but the JBL definitely in terms of bass had a lot more bass. So if you're sort of a bass head, then definitely you will not like this one. And if I have to give it a rating out of 10 in terms of bass, I would give this about 6 to 6.5 out of 10. For mid-tones and vocals, it's very good. They sound great. A lot of Indian songs that have a lot of vocals sounded great on this one. So in terms of vocals and mid-tones, I'll give it 9 out of 10. And even for the high frequency, it's actually doing a very good job. But in terms of bass, I felt it was slightly lacking. So don't get me wrong, it sounds actually really good. But again, as they are emphasizing bass on the box, definitely not for bass heads. If you're a bass head, if you like heavy bass, stay away from this one. And if I have to rate them out of 10, I would rate it 7.5 out of 10. And definitely I felt in that respect, overall, considering that the JBLs were cheaper than this one, overall I would say these sounded slightly better. But again, in build quality, I feel the JBLs are rubbish. The build, wire quality is really bad. This is plastic, is very flimsy. So in build quality, definitely this goes ahead. I'm not defending JBL, guys. I actually don't like JBL brand, because when I reviewed this, I reviewed it when because they were priced very aggressively. It was priced at about 680 or something when I reviewed it, but now they have increased the price of this one, the JBL C100, to about 800. So JBL is also not a saint brand, guys. So that is something that you guys need to know. So again, good pair of earphones. Certainly slightly pricey. I would have loved to see a braided cable, but again, you know, if you are a bass head, if you like heavy bass, then you will not like that. Apart from that, it's a good pair of headphones, but certainly not the best. I had actually a lot of hopes with this one. Anyways, guys, that was my review for this Focals. I've also ordered this Sennheiser C180. Many of you have asked me, so I will also be testing this one. So I'll be posting its video very soon, so stay tuned to my channel. So guys, that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and if you are still not subscribed to my YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. This is Ranjit, and I hope to see you in my next video. Take care, guys.